Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Guyce. This is Eve Online, doing a quick stream as I go out, doing a new fit today. Well, the same day. This is all day one. Taking out an Incursus. Let's see, I talked about some skills in my last couple videos. It's a tier 1 drone. Really not too big of a deal. But we are going to take this out and see what we do. Rails, Repper, MWD. Got some decent range, a little more range than the Atron I was taking out. So, see what happens here. again, a little more boring stuff, sticking close to the mission areas and plexes, seeing if something fights. So, yep. Another quick, what's that, 1,000 points. I had a couple friendlies pass by me, so I just checking to see if maybe they saw a couple targets go by. One of the targets happened to be in Tengu. I'm not sure if that was Lynx, but that's a possibility. So, always giving a heads up, dropping a little intel here and there if you can. Okay, got a Merlin on scan. Might give this one a shot here. And a Thrasher. Okay, both can come in this site. I'm in a small so the thresher can definitely come in. Merlin's out. And Thresher's out, so okay. Oh, here we go, P.O. and key. Oh, Vexter Navy issue. Alright. I'm gonna let that happen. Vextors are drone boats, have a lot of drone space. If I had a little more tank, I'd probably play around with him, but I don't have much on DPS and tank, so depending on what kind of drones he threw out at me, might have a little bit of trouble killing off his drones before he got me down. Outrunning him, I'm pretty sure I can outrun him depending on how he's set up. Not pretty sure, I'm definitely sure, so. But just saw a kill mail on another channel, and now I'm seeing the guy's pod come through the system I'm in. So, kind of funny. I'm wondering if I could actually catch him. Oh, no. Can never stop in time. Kind of running out of juice. It's about bedtime, but I do want to finish up some stuff that I started. I figured might as well stream in case I do get some fights. Not really much else to cover today until some skills finish up. Hopefully next week I'll be able to touch up on some thermodynamics and overheating. Some other stuff, maybe some using drugs and boosters as another little boost to give you an edge. It is actually worth it as long as you have the income to do it. The other thing is those tier 1 fits, that fit that I lost earlier, it is actually a good way to come out here and kind of kite around. There's plenty of fits that you can actually do to give yourself either more range or just whatever the case may be. I know on this particular ship I have 125s fit, and if you can get 150s to fit and then still get a little bit of tank in there, or maybe just go with a lot of speed and try to excuse me, try to keep range, then you'll actually ferrule right and be able to increase your range and your DPS. So that happened. this fast. Hopefully this Tristan went in here with me. Oh, Jesus. He hit really hard. So, dude in a tactical destroyer is talking crap in local. My advice when people talk crap is maybe a joke or two, I don't know. But, good fight, get on out. Or self-destruct your pod, or whatever the case may be. I'm thinking I shouldn't have gone back in there. But not excuse me, not too worried about the loss. It was worth it. So good a little test against some of those tactical destroyers. He was definitely really fast. He was catching up to me with MWD on. I don't really know if he was overheating on that or not, but let's see. I'm gonna see how far I can make it in my pod here. Alright, so not a horrible run, I guess, but definitely a fight I should have just stayed away from. Nope, he's back in this system. Yeah, so he was sitting right on the inside of the gate there. Another reason to have not gone in. Not really sure what I was thinking following one of my faction warfare buddies into that. Something to think about. Thought maybe it would buy me enough time to burn away and get some range on him and see about actually shooting at him a little bit, but that was not the case. So anyway, 5 million ISK. So as you can see, not really a huge loss. It's oh, excuse me again. Man, maybe I should not be streaming tonight. Alright, let's see, you're gonna die. Let's cover that real quick. You're gonna die a lot. So, making friends while you're out, and then, maybe seeing, as you get better, joining up with people, doing small gangs. If you're in a corp already, join their PvP. Normally, the FCs will know kind of what they're talking about. Go with whatever fits they have. A lot of people are like, any frigate with a point is welcome in a gang. So, getting tackles on stuff. So I just descanned a dude, and I was just not thinking I'm gonna go attack him in my pod for some reason. Unfortunately, that's the Thrasher I wanted to get a fight with earlier, but he passed by. So, yeah, some of these guys are just out here plexing. They're not looking for a fight. When you get kind of a little more comfortable and got a little more ISK throwaway, maybe your skills are where they kind of want to be, you can be a little more aggressive. Um, like right there, I would have probably stayed away from Svipple or whatever, however you pronounce that. Tactical destroyers, though. We got 3 modes, and I haven't actually even messed with one of them myself, but I imagine they're pretty deadly since they have snipe mode, propulsion mode, and defense mode. So, pretty sure that guy was burning around in propulsion mode or whatever, because he was definitely going as fast as I was in a frig. And then, obviously, when he was sitting there on the gate like that, I don't know. Should definitely not have gone in. That's one of the tactics I actually use when I got a scram and web, is to sit on the inside of a gate. I had a better chance when I went in that first time. And, yeah, I had a better chance to kind of burn towards him and try to get a, just kind of a rotation going on him, an orbit going on him. Which I should have done. Just kind of manually roamed around him and seen if I could hit him a little bit. Most likely, though, I would not have broken his tank. I believe their resist. Yeah, look this up real quick. Oh yeah, sure enough. Got a pretty solid resist across the board on the shields there. Not normal for any tier 1. Normally the tier 2, tech 2 and tech 3 stuff has some pretty decent resist, though. That's something you definitely have to watch out for. So, just remember, starting off, you're not going to be able to break a lot of tanks. The Tech 2 ships, and then anybody that actually has pretty decent resist. A lot of people have decent buffer tanks or whatnot. They stack the resist up. Man, excuse me again, because I'm going to have to end this one kind of short. That's alright, though. I have a fresh start next week. I still got plenty of ships. I wanted to go out and just kind of PvP around. Get more fights that were not that. But Alright, something to talk about really quick. Finished a couple more missions there. Each one of those missions, let's see, you can get a implant if you want. What am I looking for here? Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's see. 5,000 rounds of charges. Okay, 5,000 rounds of faction charges. It's normally like 450, I think it is. I don't know. Luckily, Eve comes with a lot of cool accessories, like a calculator. Yeah, so 5,000 rounds is something like 2.25 million. Or you can get 5,000 rounds for like 20,000 ISK of the regular charges, and then pay this. So 1,200 LP for basically half off. And it's going to be a little over half off. That 450 is actually kind of a little bit of an underestimate, I think. Some chargers are a little more expensive than others. And depending on what you use, or what's pretty standard, I guess, tungsten and nothing on the market here, so I can't even compare the price where I am. But yeah, so these are not the best LP rewards. You get about 1,000 per level 2. So you can actually run around with these frigates, by the way, and do the level 2s in frigates, and then I want to say level 3s and cruisers, mostly with ease. And if you go through and look at all the mission list and mission descriptions online, you can actually figure out which ones you want to actually accept or not accept, and then go through and basically have all the easy ones, which are like go in, kill one target, or go in and orbit for 3 minutes or something. I don't know, orbit F1 essentially. But again, it opens a beacon up. You will get action. Tonight it was pretty boring, actually. Got that Svipple. Nobody else really came in to fight. I was hoping the Thrasher would, but it didn't. So hopefully next time we'll get some more fights. We'll see what happens. So, alright, I'm Guyce. This is EVE Online, and hopefully kind of see that I'm out surviving low sec. It's actually no problem. I've been a little aggressive on some spots, and basically I've been picking and choosing what fights. Could have left a couple fights that have cost me ships, but the ships really aren't that expensive, and you can make the ISK back in a matter of minutes, really, depending on where you're at and what you do to make ISK. So this right here actually pays off as you get into the higher levels. So faction warfare can be fun. You get your skills up, you get your levels up, join some of the fleets for faction warfare. Either that, or you're gonna be in like a corp or something like that. Maybe you guys do stuff together. Yeah, go into low sec, have fun, fit some PvP ships, go out and rat. That's another thing that I guess I haven't really talked about, is that you can rat in low sec and find fights as well. So just make sure if you're doing faction warfare, go off your beacon. That way you have control over the range, and we'll talk more about that as I do some more streams. But alright, you guys have a good day.